Okay, this part two. I noticed that part one was getting kind of long. I know a lot of people they don't want to sit through no long videos. So I said, let me break it up and make two parts. So yeah, I'm in Louisiana, Shreveport, in rehab, y'all. Your boy was in rehab. It'll happen to anybody. It happened to me. I never thought nothing like that would happen to me. Doing this whole gambling thing, it was like I would look in the mirror. It's like I didn't even recognize myself. And like I told y'all in a previous video, three things that I did. I made sure that BMW was waxed and washed. I made sure I had a haircut. And I made sure, let me see, haircut. I made sure my uniforms was pressed. But there's a couple other things I did, like to just kind of, like I said, I would look in the mirror. I didn't even know myself. So just to like get a glimpse of who I was prior to this gambling, sometimes I would go to the movies. Cause that's something I used to do by myself. Go to the movies, um, go to church. You know, I would do that knowing I was going to the casino afterwards, but just to get some form of who I am, because I didn't even know myself as this compulsive gambler. It was like a different person, you know. Like I was possessed by a demon, a spirit of gambling and stuff. But it was crazy, and so now I'm in rehab for 36 days in Shreveport. Met a lot of good people. Um, like I keep saying the title, it happened to anyone, happened to me. The people in rehab, like myself, I'm in the military, active duty. I mean, you got lawyers, doctors, celebrity, children of celebrities. I'm talking about influential, prominent people in rehab. Yep. And how we landed that is usually like, in my case, you know, in a marriage I wasn't proud of or happy of, and you know, I'm a gay man. All this, I had a lot of stuff going on, and you know, people turn to vices as a way to forget or a way to heal. In my case, it was gambling. Some people turn to alcohol, sex, food, drugs, whatever. So these people in here, prominent folks that had issues and stuff going on, and they, like myself, they turned to gambling. But a lot of them, it was way more extreme than mine. I mean, these folks, some of these folks was doing actual crimes, you know, like robbing to get money. And I know people do that. There's gonna be another video. I didn't rob anybody, but that's for another video. I'm gonna do that one too. It's in my spirit. It's been in my spirit to do that one, but I'm gonna do that one as well. But man, it was wild, you know. And so I remember, okay, did 36 days there in Louisiana, in Freeport. And so now I'm out. And one of my peers, well, he was an E7, so I was E6. He had a girlfriend that he was basically living with. And so she subleased her apartment to me. So now I'm staying in this apartment that she subleased to me and everything, right? So, you know, things happen. Her and old boy break up. What she do? She moved back to her apartment. Well, I'm paying the rent, all the rent. So I kind of had an issue with that. I'm paying the entire rent, and now you're behind back. But I stayed in the bedroom. She was in the living room, right? So you had that going on. And I never forget now. The reason why I left or I chose to left was because she evidently, I'm not sure the reason why she broke up with old boy, but she was currently seeing somebody else that was in the military. In the unit, apparently I knew him. So it was one day, matter of fact, it was drill weekend, and it was Sunday. I'm tired. I'm at the hospital, and because this person don't want their identity exposed, she telling them that he'll come through, but I gotta leave. And I'm assuming too, this person was married too. I'm assuming that. Because if it was a single person, they wouldn't have cared less about it. They wouldn't have thought nothing about that. And they knew that her and old boy broke up. But I'm assuming this person had to be married. And so she like basically told me I had to leave. Not like just leave for like 2-3 hours like that so old boy can come through. Man, I'm pissed. And I hadn't been to casino in probably like 2 months after this, this is 2 months, 3 months after rehab. So guess where I went? To the casino. Hadn't been since before rehab. Now I won that night, but I still was mad that I win. I allowed what happened with her to drive me back to the casino. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh man, what? So now that's all it took. I'm back at it, back gambling, And something else happened between me and her. I forgot, but it caused me to leave. So she called herself, put me out, and I forgot what happened. I can't remember. So I packed my stuff up. My supervisor, 2 people came to help me. It wasn't a lot of stuff. They had stuff in storage, but they helped me move that stuff. And my supervisor looked at me like, God, dog, boy, what we gonna do with you? He like, God, this boy here, I'm about sick of this boy. He ain't seen all his fame, but he helped me move my stuff. Now, nothing against mental illness and all of that kind of carrying on, but the lady did. She bipolar, and she openly admitted about it. She had bipolar. It may have been a week. She trying to get in touch with me. She calling me. She calling the job because rent due. I was paying the rent. Now she want me to come back. Girl, you just put me out a week ago. Now you want me to come back because rent due? I ain't coming back. Yeah, she's trying to get me to come back. Man. And I'm nothing against anyone with mental illness. My sister, I have a sister that suffers from mental illness, and that's to see a loved one and dealing with all of that is disheartening. It's hurtful. It's almost like if you ever had a parent that's elderly, a grandparent, and they got Alzheimer's, and they forgetful, even though they got the disease and they can't remember their own children's name. That's hurtful. So it's kind of like, with this person with a mental illness, how they act out. And it's this illness, but it's still hurtful. They done called you everything but a child of the Most High. Is hurtful. So that's just my little thing on people with mental illness. So this is 2000, when this was, 25, whatever. So, man, so much went on with this right here. So then I know I talked about the time that, so it was a time I had a couple of acquaintances, friends of mine, who they had a townhouse they stayed, more like a loft type. It was a loft. And so they hardly, I did a video about a friend of mine. They had no furniture and all of that. And I had my furniture there. They stole it, all that. So scenario similar. They had this loft. They had no furniture. So me, needed somewhere to stay. I get all my furniture and pull it out of storage. And I put all the furniture in their house. And I'm staying here, And while I'm here, I'm helping paying bills and rent, food. I'm helping out. So I remember one day I came to the house and they not there. And a couple of days went by. They not there. They ain't showing up. Rent due. So what had happened was these jokers couldn't pay the rent, knowing they couldn't pay the rent, and they upped and left and didn't tell me nothing. And see, they was behind. So what the hell y'all did with the money I paid the month before? They was behind from the previous month. Now you got the current month about to be due. So I'm like, what? So I go down here. I got money now, right? Now I'm kind of in that whole, I'm not as compulsive, but I'm still gambling. So I want to pay it. I'm writing I should have did the money order in their name, but I wrote a check out for the whole amount. I think the next day, these people came and handed me my check. They said they couldn't accept it. I don't know what that was. They didn't want to accept it. It wasn't going to bounce. They said they couldn't accept it because I went on the lease. That's why I said I should have did the money order and did it in their name. So they wouldn't accept it. And you should have seen it was 2 women that worked at a leasing office. Man, they was looking at my front end like, this how they were looking now. They ain't speaking. I'm going to get that. Oh, I'm going to get that. Ooh, look at that right there. Good. I'm going to get that. You could tell how they were looking. They was casing the joint. My stuff. I'm like, the hell you say? I had nice furniture. I got one of my friends, you know, because I had let my storage go because now I got on my front end. I went and got another storage and put all my shit back in storage. I didn't get none of my stuff. I'm gonna surprise y'all. So now I had to leave out of there and I put all my stuff in the storage. But man. And then, you know, after that, after I left Louisiana, for the most part, because I dealt with gambling for 20 years, but only those first 3.5 was really compulsive. The other 16 years, for the most part, I was functioning. I may have had like a 5-month thing where I was kind of compulsive, but for the most part, I was functioning. It still, I was losing money, but I still had money to pay bills, whatever. But yeah, that gambling, bro, it had me in a chokehold, you know? And I never thought I would be sharing this with y'all. Y'all, look, I was so, look, I never thought that there would be something that can have me like that, take over my life like that. I never thought there could be something that could trump being gay. I thought, you know, homosexuality was my cross to bear. It was my thorn in my side. I thought all of that. Never in a million years I thought something else could come and have me in such a grip, more so than homosexuality. And here come gambling. Boy, I used to be so ashamed. Like now I'm talking to y'all about it. You encourage somebody who's going through it that, hey, you gonna make it, you can get out of this, and you ain't the only one. It's other people that been through it, going through it. But I never thought I would be sharing it like this. But yeah, never thought something else would come and take over my life. One more thing before I go. When I was in rehab, there was a part where you gotta have this open counseling discussion, meaning you, the counselor, and your closest relatives, if you're married or you got children, or in my case, had a wife, but we were separated, whatever. So my parents. So me and this counselor, I'm in the office with the counselor at Shreveport, at the GA, Gambling Anonymous facility, and my mom and dad on the phone. Now, up until then, I had been a gambler for 2.5 years. They didn't know. Now they had to know something because I'm calling up for money for certain things. But this here, they officially know that I'm a compulsive gambler and I'm in, what kind of call that to get that your child is a compulsive gambler and he in rehab? They ain't know none of that until they in that call. I'm embarrassed, I'm hurt, I'm crying. I'm out, and I was 30, what, 31? But I might as well have been 8. The way I was crying, my mom and dad on the phone, and all this going on. My mom ain't said a moment of word. Now, mind you, I didn't have the best relationship with my dad coming up, right? And all this going on, I never thought that he the one would speak up for me. Don't cry, David. Don't start crying. Man, soon after that, man, my daddy. Man, it was my daddy. My mom ain't say nothing. My dad be like, boy, you better than this. What's wrong with you? You can shake this. I know you, David. You good. You can handle this. You gonna beat this thing. My daddy was talking. And so I'm crying. And in the back of my mind, like, oh, my daddy speaking highly of me. My daddy love me. And I was like, damn, my mom ain't say nothing the whole conversation. It was my daddy. My daddy spoke up the whole time. And I needed to hear that. But yeah, the man ain't want to cry. But y'all, it can happen to anybody. Don't think you so big and bad that life can't happen to you. Life be life, and then life can happen to anybody. I never thought I would be an addict, compulsive gambler. I didn't see it. No, it didn't even add up. If you looked at how my life was, and they like, what? That boy living good, young guy making money, driving BMW, all this, and then boom, compulsive gambler. What? But man, so I just wanted this video to do this to encourage somebody, you know, And yeah, that goes back to chosen people, man. We go through the worst. Woo! Most chosen people, I'm trying to tell you, we got a pass, boy. And for the ones that y'all chosen, I know not all of y'all are at that point where you can be this transparent and talk about your life and whatever, but it's needed. Somebody need to hear your story. It's somebody right now that's going through what you went through and what you survived through the Most High, through Yahuwah. And they need to hear your testimony, how you did it. You know, because they looking at you now and you done made it. And they need that assurance that they can make it too. All right. Man, you want to get emotional. But y'all take this informational, encouraging, inspiring, and know that you can do it, y'all. All right? Y'all have a great rest of your Sabbath. And stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you comment, like, and share. All right? All right. Till the next video.